The Amish community is known for its simple living, plain dress, and resistance to modern technology, but hidden behind are 20 shocking rules which Amish women must follow, from strict dress codes to sexual abuse. Number 20. The serious threat of the ban. The Amish community practices rejection to maintain discipline and adherence to their religious values. Breaking key religious or moral laws, such as engaging in premarital sex, adultery, or other serious sins. Openly defying or rejecting the authority of church leaders and refusing to follow community guidelines. Excessive use or adoption of forbidden technologies like cars, televisions, or computers. Choosing to leave the Amish faith or joining another religious denomination. By banning members who violate community rules, they reinforce the importance of their beliefs and traditions. This social exclusion encourages the individual to repent and seek forgiveness, preserving the community's moral and spiritual integrity. Do you agree with the traditions of this community? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Number 19. No buttons are allowed. Amish women dress modestly as part of their religious beliefs and community traditions. The avoidance of buttons on their clothing is rooted in their interpretation of biblical teachings, specifically the principle of plainness and humility. Buttons are seen as unnecessary adornments that could potentially lead to vanity or pride, which goes against their values of simplicity and humility. Instead, Amish women use hooks and eyes or straight pins to fasten their clothing, maintaining a plain and modest appearance that aligns with their cultural and religious norms. Number 18. Unconventional courtship customs. The Amish community practices unique courtship customs that differ significantly from mainstream dating practices. It is a traditional practice where courting couples spend time together in bed, fully clothed and separated by a wooden board, to foster conversation and get to know each other. Courtship is closely supervised by parents and elders. Parents play a significant role in approving potential matches and guiding the courtship process. Courting often involves group settings or community events rather than one-on-one dates. This helps maintain a focus on community and shared values. The church community plays a central role in courtship, with approval from church leaders and adherence to religious guidelines being essential. Courtship is seen as a serious step towards marriage, with the intention of finding a life partner who shares religious beliefs and values. These customs emphasize modesty, respect for tradition, and the importance of finding a life partner who shares the same commitment to faith and community. There are many strange things. Please continue to watch. Number 17. Women don't receive higher education. Amish women, like Amish men, typically do not receive higher education due to their community's values and lifestyle. The Amish prioritize practical skills and vocational training over formal education, believing that an 8th grade education suffices for their needs. Higher education is seen as unnecessary and potentially disruptive, as it may expose individuals to ideas and lifestyles that conflict with their beliefs and traditions. After completing 8th grade, Amish women education shifts focus to practical skills and community values. Vocational training becomes central, with youth learning trades like farming, carpentry, or homemaking through apprenticeships within the community. Religious education continues, deepening their understanding of Amish beliefs and scriptures. Formal academic pursuits beyond 8th grade are rare, as higher education is viewed as unnecessary and potentially disruptive to their traditional way of life. This approach aims to prepare Amish youth for roles within their community, emphasizing self-sufficiency, cultural preservation, and adherence to religious principles over academic achievement or external influences. Number 16. The mystery of Rumspringa. Rumspringa is a period in Amish culture, typically occurring during adolescence, when young adults are allowed greater freedom and independence to explore the outside world before deciding whether to fully commit to the Amish faith and way of life. and engaging in activities typically forbidden in Amish life. The goal is for them to make an informed choice about whether to be baptized into the Amish church and commit to its rules, or to leave the community and live in mainstream society. Despite this freedom, many young Amish ultimately choose to return to their community, drawn by the familiarity, strong family ties, and shared values of their upbringing. Number 15. Birth control is prohibited. The Amish believe in having large families as a blessing from God and typically do not use contraceptives or practice family planning methods. They view children as gifts and blessings and aim to accept them as they come, trusting in God's providence for family size and growth. On average, Amish families may have between 6 to 10 children or more. The exact number can depend on individual circumstances, health, and other factors. This approach helps sustain the community's population and reinforces their values of family, community, and faith continuity within the Amish way of life. Do you agree with their views? Next is the highly anticipated hot topic we discovered. Number 14. Amish women rarely wear cosmetics or makeup. Amish women generally do not wear cosmetics or makeup. This practice aligns with their values of simplicity, humility, and modesty. The Amish believe in focusing on inner beauty and maintaining a plain appearance that avoids drawing unnecessary attention to oneself. Instead of cosmetics, Amish women may focus on caring for their skin and hair using natural methods and may wear simple, practical clothing that reflects their commitment to their religious beliefs and community values. Number 13. The rule requires attendance at community events. Attendance at Amish community events, such as church services, weddings, funerals, and community meetings, is typically expected and considered important as there is strong social and religious pressure to participate in it. If someone consistently avoids community events without a valid reason, they may face social consequences such as being viewed as rebellious or lacking commitment to the community. This could potentially lead to social exclusion or being shunned if the behavior persists and is seen as a defiance of community norms and expectations. Number 12. Childbirth at home. The Amish prefer home childbirth primarily for cultural, religious, and practical reasons. Home childbirth aligns with their overall lifestyle of simplicity and separation from modern conveniences. It allows them to maintain their distinct cultural practices and values within their own community. The Amish value self-sufficiency and prefer to handle important life events, such as childbirth, within the context of their own community rather than relying on outside institutions like hospitals. Home childbirth offers a more private and modest setting compared to hospital births, which can be more public and involve medical professionals who may not share their beliefs or practices. Childbirth at home allows for greater involvement of family members and community members, providing emotional and practical support during labor and delivery. The Amish often prefer natural methods of childbirth and may use traditional remedies and practices that align with their beliefs about health and wellness. Home childbirth is seen as a way to maintain their cultural identity, uphold religious values, and foster a sense of community solidarity during important life events like the birth of a child. Number 11. Women cannot become preachers. In the Amish community, women typically do not hold formal leadership roles such as preachers or ministers. Amish religious practices are rooted in traditional interpretations of biblical teachings that emphasize distinct roles for men and women within the church and community. Men generally hold leadership positions, including as ministers or bishops, while women are expected to support these roles through their contributions to family and community life. This practice reflects their beliefs in gender roles, modesty, and the importance of maintaining cultural and religious traditions passed down through generations. Number 10. Limited sex education. The Amish community provides limited sex education primarily due to their cultural and religious beliefs, which prioritize modesty, purity, and traditional family values. The approach to sex education within the Amish community typically focuses on teaching the basics necessary for marital relations and reproduction rather than comprehensive sexual health education. This limited approach aims to preserve innocence, protect young people from outside influences that may conflict with their values, and emphasize the importance of marriage and family within the context of their faith and community. Number 9. Bonnet tradition. The Amish women have a tradition of wearing bonnets, particularly among women and girls. Bonnets are a significant part of their modest attire, designed to cover their hair and symbolize humility and adherence to traditional values. Amish women often wear bonnets that are plain in design and made from practical materials like cotton or muslin, avoiding bright colors or patterns. This tradition reflects their cultural identity within the Amish community. Number 8. The toy has no face shaped. In the Amish community, toys are often made without facial features or with simplified, neutral expressions. This practice reflects their emphasis on simplicity and humility, avoiding toys that could potentially encourage vanity or pride in children. Toys are typically handmade from natural materials like wood or fabric, focusing on durability and practicality rather than elaborate design or entertainment value. This approach aligns with their cultural values of modesty and maintaining a separation from worldly distractions. Number 7. No technology. The Amish community has a complex relationship with technology. While they generally avoid modern conveniences and technologies that they believe may disrupt their traditional way of life or promote worldly distractions, such as televisions, radios, and cars, their usage of technology is not completely absent. While some Amish use limited electricity for specific purposes such as agricultural tools and community buildings, personal devices like phones and computers are typically eschewed. This cautious approach aims to preserve their cultural identity and close-knit community structure, emphasizing reliance on manual labor, face-to-face interaction, and adherence to religious principles over the convenience and potential distractions of modern technology. Number 6. Fluent in 3 languages. The Amish community typically communicates fluently in 3 languages. Pennsylvania Dutch is their primary language for daily communication and is a German dialect with English influences. It's spoken among family, friends, and within the community. They are proficient in English, which they use for interactions outside their community, business dealings, and when necessary for education or legal matters. High German, Hochdeutsch, is primarily used for religious services and formal occasion. High German is taught to Amish children and is essential for understanding religious texts and participating in church activities. Number 5. They get baptized as adults. In the Amish community, baptism typically occurs during adulthood, often in their late teens or early 20s. Baptism is a significant event where individuals publicly commit themselves to the Amish faith and way of life. Before baptism, young adults undergo a period of preparation and instruction, often referred to as catechism classes, where they learn about Amish beliefs, traditions, and the responsibilities of being a baptized member. This ceremony marks their formal acceptance into the Amish church and community, and it is a crucial step in their spiritual journey and cultural identity within the Amish society. Number 4. Livestock farming in barns. Livestock farming in barns is a common practice among the Amish community, reflecting their emphasis on agriculture and self-sufficiency. Amish barns are typically well-maintained structures designed to house various types of livestock, including cows, horses, pigs, chickens, and more. These barns are often built using traditional methods and materials, emphasizing durability and practicality. Number 3. The dark side of Amish communities. Sexual abuse within Amish communities has been a deeply troubling issue, often shrouded in secrecy and reluctance to involve law enforcement. Victims, typically children or young adults, face significant barriers to reporting abuse due to fear of reprisal, community stigma, and lack of awareness about their rights outside the community. Perpetrators, often known within the close-knit community, may avoid prosecution or receive lenient consequences through internal disciplinary measures. The cultural emphasis on forgiveness and preserving community reputation can hinder justice and support for victims. Number 2. Women must be very submissive to their husbands. In the Amish community, there is a traditional expectation of women being submissive to their husbands, reflecting their interpretation of biblical teachings on marriage and family roles. This submission is seen as a sign of respect, obedience, and support within the context of a marriage centered on mutual love and commitment. Amish women typically focus on roles within the home, such as caregiving, homemaking, and supporting their husband's work in agriculture or other trades. While this traditional gender dynamic persists in many Amish households, the degree of submission and the roles of women can vary somewhat between different communities and individual families. Number 1. Amish wedding nights. In Amish communities, it is a tradition for the newly married bride and groom to spend a few days at the bride's family home immediately after the wedding ceremony. This practice allows the couple to continue celebrating with family and friends and provides a brief period of adjustment before they establish their new household together. It also reflects the Amish emphasis on family ties and community support during significant life events like weddings. After this initial period, the couple typically moves to their own home or farmstead to begin their married life together within the Amish community.